Situation 4 says you can also find the slope of the line between 2 points. So if we're given an x and a y for our first point and an x and a y in our second point, we can use that by using the slope formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So basically we're subtracting the y's on the top, subtracting the x's on the bottom. So if we want to find the slope between these 2 points, we can first start by labeling the points. So the x coordinate is the first one in the first point. So this would be x sub 1, and the negative 3 would be y sub 1. So the x and the y in the first point. So that little 1 and that little 2, those subscripts, just indicate first point versus second point. Then our second point, we have 5 and 10. The 5 is the x coordinate of the second point, and the 10 is the y coordinate of that second point. And so if we want to find that slope, we're just going to follow the formula of subtracting the y's on the top and the x's on the bottom. So we would start with the 10 on the top, that's y sub 2, and then we're going to subtract y sub 1. So we're subtracting, and actually I'm going to do that in a different color just to show you something. So we're subtracting the y value, which is negative 3. Just because we have a subtraction sign there doesn't mean we leave the negative sign out. So we have to see that we are subtracting that negative sign. And then we're dividing this, and we're going to take our x point, so our x from point 2, the 5, and we are subtracting our x from point 1, which is the 9. Now notice I have my blue points that started and my red is second. It has to be that way. So if for some reason you mix the points around, you could start with the red and then, or the first point, and subtract the blue, which is the second point. But you have to always start with the same point. So notice we started with point 2 on the top and the bottom here, and we ended with point 1. So then we can go ahead and subtract. So 10 minus a negative 3 is the same as adding, so this would be 13. And 5 minus 9 would give us negative 4. So we could say our slope is 13 over negative 4.